window licking armchair critics who absolutely have no idea how to string a sentence together. I've gone again. How good?
You're getting better.
We'll move on to some keyboard cowards straight away. And just a reminder, if you don't have the number, it's 0487 658 696. So jump aboard. First one tonight is from the Freckle. I'm familiar with this fella. He was just wondering which nursing home I pinched my glasses from. I can't give away all my secrets, unfortunately, Freckle, but I'll visit you in a couple of days' time at the nursing home where you are. So we've also got Wake Up to Yourself says, funniest intro on YouTube. I've just subscribed. Well, to you, Wake Up to Yourself. You need to wake up to yourself because you only just subscribed now. You should have subscribed months ago. So, Frenchie, did you had one or a request? Was it a request? Or...
Yeah, no, wake up to yourself. Good on you because you're our biggest fan now.
Yeah.
I do have a request. It's come from a family member. Apparently, you guys swear too much.
Piss off.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Uncle Bob has suggested a swear jar. So I think we're going to keep a counter of how many times you swear.
Okay.
Nice. Yep.
And what does Uncle Bob suggest we do with the
He'll
swear
be
jar?
straight on, get on the piss.
So it's going to him, is it?
Fuck, you'd like it. Oh, I'm already
There's one.
started it.
Go.
That one. Yeah, so Kieran, he's a big fan of the show as well. So he wants Boot Scootin' Baby Boogie. Boot Scootin' Boogie. That's his favorite song. And he's got some kind words to say about you, Fully.
Scooting babies driving me a crazy mile western for a western. Is that it?
Can we move on? Yes.
So he's requested it. What's he think? It's a DJ show or something.
He thinks we're all DJs, so we love him.
Yeah.
Not all of us are karaoke artists, especially the bloke up in front of Luba Lips there. So we'll go on to so Frosty, you've got an apology, have you?
I do.
Yeah,
mine's
want to be good.
It is good. To the viewers that got to see that traumatic footage of our El Presidente at our AGM meeting. That is an apology.
Yeah.
It was graphic.
You requested it.
I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying that the viewers were saying to me that was traumatic.
Okay.
So
well,
I'm apologising.
There are problems there. You do have problems.
There is a bit in the background going on, so you might keep your eye out for part 2.
Ooh.
What's the old saying? If you can't beat them, join them. All right, so we'll get on to some dribbles. Basically, this week's burning questions. Who wants to hit us up first?
Yeah, I'll go. Well, let's just go in order, guys.
Yeah, well, I'm worried because you're already most of the time passing or too busy worried about dinner or something like that, or real estate. I don't know. So I was a little bit frazzled, but hit us going. Hit us up.
I don't know if you heard through the week, they're saying maybe Meninga has to step down as Aussie coach because he might be coach for the new Perth side. Who do you guys think should coach the Aussie side?
Adam O'Brien.
I've got it down to 2. I think Smith and Walters.
Yeah, right.
Who cares?
It's just a question. I think it's important. It's the Aussie side.
Got to beat Great
it's great.
Britain.
It's good answers.
I reckon
Well,
I
what
could
do you
coach the Aussie side and would still.
Well, they're saying Bennett wants to do it, but I don't think an NRL coach should do it. I reckon Smith or Walters, one of them two.
What do you reckon, Frost?
I've heard a couple of things. I'd go with Bennett too. Like I was surprised that he put his hand up for it, but he's going, "Yep, I'll take it." I heard that they were talking about Cam Smith and Freddie Fittler doing it together, or the other option is that the winning State of Origin coach does it.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
So yeah, I hadn't heard that Bennett had put his hand up originally until today, and thought, yeah, no, go with him for sure. Souths are giving him his blessing, so
It's getting on.
It'd only be for 6 weeks, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's that tour, isn't it?
Doesn't
Yeah.
Cam Smith want to get into coaching? Is that his plan? Did I just
Oh,
make that up?
he doesn't want to coach an NRL side, but he said he'd be happy to do the Aussie side.
Yeah.
He'd be making billions
because it's an easy job.
He'd be picking all.
Yeah.
He'll be picking all Queensland players for sure.
Yeah.
I can remember the El Presidente telling me about 10 years ago that we could walk in and coach the bloody Kangaroos.
Absolutely.
So it's all about getting them a cuddle and away we go.
No,
Maybe the job's on Seek. You can find it on Seek and we can all apply.
I think it's all about getting their social scene organised. They don't have to worry about coaching them on the field. Just worry about what they're doing off the field.
The itinerary.
Yeah, so. But you know who I'd like to see do it? Basically put their money where their mouth is. I'd like to see Matty Johns do it and Cooper Cronk, the assistant coach, because they seem to know everything about football. They've got their own podcast, so give them a go at it, eh? Matty Johns needs the money. And we get a chance to see his face on some other framework. So, yeah, why not, eh?
He's everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't know. Does that help you, Bossy, with your question?
Yeah, thanks.
Noted. What about you, Frost?
Mine's the Broncos board.
Yeah.
The board.
Is that the question?
Well, yeah. Like,
are they bored?
How they've come in and sacked coaches, and then it hasn't worked, so they've sacked another coach, and it hasn't worked, and sacked another coach. I mean, they're the biggest club in the NRL, I think. So I think they need to look at themselves. I reckon Lockie is on there, but I mean, I'm not saying he's to blame, but the whole board should probably go.
Yeah,
They're not playing well, are they?
Well, the thing is, there's all this talk about them, but maybe the board should stand in front of the camera, or at least one representative, and do a bit of talking instead of having the pressure on. I think Maguire likes to take the heat off everyone anyway and get in front of the camera, so that could be part of the issue. But
even before he was there,
yeah,
Kevy before that.
Well, he was the same. He'd be taking the blow for him, right? He'd be taking all the hits, and then all of a sudden they get rid of him. So
Steve Bummer can't coach, and they got rid of Wayne as well. So
yeah, Lockie's already sticking up for him. He was on Channel 9 saying that you look at Serraldo, it took time for him to adjust to, or it took Canterbury time to adjust to his style, and now he's pretty much saying that about Madge. But I'm sure he was in there for a quick fix. Remember we said 1 to 2 years, bang, they'll be over him, but they're over him now. They can't handle his style of coaching. It's simple as that.
Oh, well, they could have given Ezra Mam a bit of a punishment. I would have flicked him. Everyone else flicked him, but they stand behind him. Payne Haas is off contract too. Well, see what happens with that. And Reynolds, they got a bit going on.
They're paying a lot of players top money, and they're all getting upgrades. So some people have to start getting squeezed out of the joint.
Well, you look at their forward pack, other than obviously Payne Haas and Carrigan, they don't have much, do they? They're sort of chopping and changing in the second row every week. There's no consistency there. Like,
they're very poor in the second row department.
That's what I mean. And they're 9. They've got no 9, really.
They've got five number 9s at that club.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly right. Yeah.
Pakes is all right. I don't
but you look at this week, that Pakura is starting on the edge. And he got dropped like 2 weeks ago.
Excuse me.
So, yeah, it's pretty much like Newcastle, isn't it, in the halves?
Nothing like it.
Nothing sticks.
Well, I still say Brisbane when everyone says 17 minutes off from win that comp. I still reckon they overachieved that season.
They got on a run.
Yeah. They were scoring 32, 34 points a game, but they were still conceding 28. So that's why I reckon they overachieved. But anyway, you get rid of the coach because it's his fault.
Yeah, it has to be the coach.
Got to be.
Who coaches us? And I can't wait till they get rid of him.
Yep, end of the year.
We need some support. What are you drinking, Fully? Oh.
Iron Jack.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't have a question, French, or you want me to have a crack?
I think I've got a question.
Yeah.
Where does Lachlan Galvin get his haircut? Because I want to get the same one. So I was just wondering, what kind of bowl should I put on my head?
Well, from what I hear, Canterbury Leagues has got the best Chinese food there, so maybe he goes there and they whack the bowl straight over and just trim.
That's with Devon Patch.
He's different, isn't he?
You do well.
Mm.
So,
I thought you were talking about Frenchie.
Oh, both are. They both are.
Very good.
Both are.
well, my question is, like, what's going on with him? How bad is that? Like, yeah, that's it. How bad is he? Just the way it was all handled. And I love it when Fully says something. Oh, he's going to go there. This is what, this is definitely going to happen. Watch out for this. I'll give you a tip. Fully.
What did I say?
I think you either said the Roosters or Para. I don't know. You got it wrong. Everything you say doesn't eventuate.
Well,
where's DCE going?
I'm still waiting on this scoop.
what's his name? Lachie Galvin was all but done at Parramatta.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a golden handshake, and then
He'll feel good come out.
No, then the guy from the Dogs who coached him at schoolboy footy.
Yep.
Got him. Had one last crack at him and got him over to the Dogs. So that's a half a scoop.
You see, he's a bit of a weird kid, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't see him fitting in at the Dogs.
What's he going to do? They're not going to get rid of Sexton for him.
Yeah,
they will.
It just doesn't fit there. He would have fit so. He was set at Para. It was perfect for him to go to Para, but I just don't get where he's going to go at the Dogs. He's obviously signing to 27. He's going to go to Perth. Well, they're going to have a crack at him anyway.
Wow.
Well, why would he sign for just 2.5 years?
We're halfway through the season.
Yeah,
how do I go with that one? No good.
Good luck to him.
Because the salary cap, salary cap goes up. Then the new TV deal, so everyone will get re-signed and adjusted. Then that's why.
Well, finish off his haircut. Get the rest of it cut.
Yeah,
he's number 23 this week, so maybe they're gonna shove him in.
He'll play.
You reckon he'll play?
Yep.
Why rush him in? It's a guaranteed win. They're playing Para. It's guaranteed win.
Yep. That's right. That's what they'll play him.
Okay. I think you answered my question.
It's no guarantee either, Frenchie.
He'll play. He won't play New South Wales Cup again and get whacked by some.
I don't reckon he'll play. I reckon.
Yeah. Okay.
I reckon Toby Sexton. Toby Sexton will play this week, and they'll wrestle him, and then the Dogs play Souths the week after on a Sunday, so it gives him another week to get their systems, and then he'll be in for that. As for what position, well, he's got to play halfback or first receiver on one side of the ruck and Burton on the other. So, but the thing with Galvin for me is he signed a deal for X amount of dollars and he's unproven. Like,
the Tigers wanted to give him more.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. But I just don't. The Dogs needed an organising halfback. To me, he's a Burton all over. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like to me, if I was Canterbury, I'd went for Reynolds for 2 years to finish his career. You know, someone like a Reynolds or
Reynolds won't come.
No, I'm just saying I'd go hard for Reynolds rather than Galvin. I just don't understand. I can't see him fitting it at the Dogs. I just cannot see it. But good luck to him. Just not this week.
Wish them luck.
Just not this week.
He's got to get out of clauses early anyway, hasn't he?
Probably.
I'm sure his manager will look after him if it's not going well.
Yeah, they just love a utility at the Bulldogs, don't they? They just want to cover every position.
It's not going to work.
Before I get on to my question, how does it go with blokes like Blake Taff and Drew Hutchinson and
Gone.
who's the other utility they signed? There was
Kurt
another one
Mann.
of them. Well, Kurt Mann is going to play for Queensland soon, so that's how desperate they are.
They were talking about getting rid of Reed as well. He's on the outer.
Yeah.
Matt Haywood
Mm.
going in at 9. He goes all right by that Haywood.
Yeah, so
I'd go
anyway,
for him if I was Para to play for 6.
you can't try and go after everyone, then you start sounding like the Roosters.
Or Sandon Smith.
He'll stay at the Roosters, I reckon. You're better off going for DCE.
Fuck that.
Stop
There's a
swearing.
dollar. There's a
Yeah.
dollar.
Mm.
Yeah,
He'll come
wow.
down to have a feed at Lamono and Eljana. He'll love it. Feel his neck.
All right, so my burning question this week: who would you boys rather be today? Adam O'Brien, Des Hasler, or
Ooh.
Madge Maguire? And why?
It's a good question, Fully.
He's a thinker.
Would you rather be Adam O'Brien and get your neck ready? Would you rather be Hasler, who's got flowing hair and just answers 7 questions with the one answer in a press conference? Or Madge Maguire, who just keeps sticking up for his players and his players aren't fucking having a dig? Oh, there's a dollar.
I'm going to go Adam O'Brien because
You'd
if I win
rather
3
be
in a
him?
row, hey?
You'd rather be him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Because if I win 3 in a row, they'll sign me for 3 years.
Okay. What are the chances of that happening?
Not good. So I'll get a $2 million payout anyway.
Well, there you go.
But Des Hasler's safe. They won't get rid of Hasler.
Mm. Who's
And
got
and Madge is safe.
who's got the biggest penis out of them?
O'Brien.
Oh, I'll be
Another,
O'Brien.
another dollar. Wow.
No, penis is not a swear word.
I'm sure it is.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
going Frosty?
I'd go Madge. Hasn't Desi got the clause this year that if they don't make the semis, he's gone?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I thought I'd read. So, I mean, Adam O'Brien, they keep saying he's safe, but surely, hopefully the almighty Eagles will put him to the sword this week and
I was
they might
waiting
make
for you.
their
Hopefully,
mind
the
up.
Mighty Eagles sign him.
Yeah, well, no. But no, I think Madge is still safe. Strongest club in the NRL. They'll hold on to him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the board's going to go. My old burning question from 2 segments ago. So, yeah.
There's a bit more talk about Adam O'Brien lately. We've been talking about it, but now it's everyone knows about it, maybe because we started it. But yeah, I don't want to be him. I think the Titans, I'd rather be Desi. I think they'll be okay. They'll bounce back.
Well, the thing is, doesn't Desi's team play Maguire's team this week?
True.
Yes.
So
He's safe.
that could answer a few questions, maybe.
You've got to get
O'Brien's
rid of.
safe. He rested Ponga last week and Ponga wanted to play. He don't care. You know you're safe when you're resting your best player.
Hang on. I thought Fletcher Sharp was the best player.
Money
He's turned
wise.
into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think O'Brien will come under a bit of pressure this week because their number one playmaker, Tyson Gamble's out with a broken hand. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on who he picks in the halves.
Stay tuned.
Desi might have that clause. You're right. Might be right there, Frosty.
Yeah, I think it was second year round, yeah.
And Madge, we're 13 rounds in. He's signed a 3-year contract. They're not getting rid of him this year.
No.
He might have 6 to 8 weeks next season, and he might be under a bit of pressure. But so, as I said with O'Brien, it could be. Problem is, they win one really good game, and then they're rubbish for 2 or 3 at least. So he's ebbing and flowing. So yeah, good luck with that anyway. So
I heard a whisper today that if they do get rid of Adam O'Brien, Boyd Cordner could be in the mix. with
Yeah, that was coming from
Brad
McKinnon.
Arthur, but I didn't hear that who it was from.
He's probably a really good fit for coach because I don't think he's got a personality.
Whoops.
I think he's a bit stale, but you don't hear him talk that much. Anyway, that's just a
I haven't
comment.
heard him talk at all.
It's not.
Too many.
Don't hold your breath. It's nothing to stay up for.
Cordner to the Knights, Arthur to the Titans,
Meninga.
Meninga to the
Perth
Bears,
Bears.
and Hasler to the Kangaroos.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
There you go.
Mm.
Are you recording?
And where's Seabum going? We've got to get rid of him as well.
He's locked and loaded, mate.
Super League.
Again. All right, so we'll move on to the recap. Frosty.
Yep. Short and sweet.
Yes.
Yep.
Hit 'em
So
high, hit 'em low.
Dragons 20, Knights 6, was 18-0 at half time. We all took the Dragons in that one. And Val Holmes, he took the 2 in the 62nd minute.
On you, Val.
Straight on to the Titans. 16, Storm 28. Half time, 6-16. I'm not talking about the weather. I didn't watch the game. Cowboys, 32, West Tigers 28. 18-6 at half time. And Scotty Drinkwater took the 2 in the 11th minute.
On your Squatty.
I've got your problem now, the dribbler.
Loves the old squat, doesn't he, old Squatty?
Don't swear. Eagles 34, Broncos 6, 22-6 at half time. Why didn't I take them? Anyway.
Can we talk about more about that game?
You can. Oh, sorry, I didn't go back. Sorry, Storm. So back. I got to get back. See, you've got me again. So we all took the Storm bar the rookie. He took the Titans because he's a Queenslander. Yes. And then the next one we had Cows from Vossi, Tigers for me. Fully took the Cows and Rookie took the Cows. Righto, go back quickly. Yes.
Oh, Frenchie. No, I just want to talk about your tipping. You tipped.
Yeah,
you tipped the Bronx.
Yes.
Manly
in the
4 points.
Yeah.
It's your team.
They got flogged by the Storm. They got beaten there by the Sharks as well.
The bounce
it's not
back
a fortress
factor
anymore. Bounce back factor. Yeah, okay. So we're going to lose. We win, lose, we win, lose, we win, lose, we win, lose. So
sometimes that happens. Hopefully,
you know why? In my opinion, why it's not a fortress anymore? Because it not allowing dogs to piss on the ground anymore.
Yes, and they were playing the old what is it? Straight forward straight.
Running
straight down the hill. How good was that?
Oh, yes.
I think Fully and I did that a couple of times just between the two of us.
We did.
Anyway, Frenchie, talking about it, we all took the Broncos. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You know why they won? No, Tom.
Yeah, but maybe. You had it in our multi. Yeah, no, Tom.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointing.
I'm telling you, he's throwing them off. He's throwing them off and he's backing others.
Rabbitohs 30 was 36. It was 12-14 at half time. Alex Johnson, he got the hat trick. So he's up to 200 tries and he's 13 away from getting the record. So how did we go on that one? Vossi took the Wars, I took the Rabbits. Fully took the Rabbits and the rookie took the Wars. Next game, Panthers 18, Eels 10, 6-4 at half time. There's no take the twos there again. What do we take, Vossi? Para. What do we take, Frosty? Panthers. And the other two boys, Fully and Rookie, we took the Panthers as well.
That was an easy bet, surely.
I take the twos again. It was a very disappointing round, take the twos. Roosters 24, Raiders 26, 12-4 half time. What have we got? Roosters for the Vossi, Raiders for me, Roosters for Fully. I was going to swear then, lucky I didn't. And the rookie took the Raiders. Why the hell are you taking the Roosters?
Because Fogarty wasn't playing to take the two.
I know, but that's your in-laws. They're all Rooster supporters.
Oh, well, sometimes you got to stay in their good book. Sometimes.
Wow. You're
as
a change man.
Oh, I know. Sometimes you change over time. You'll get there one day.
So there you go.
That's it, eh? Well done.
That's the wrap. No Fogarty.
Yeah.
I thought I changed. I was thinking the Roosters when Fogarty was out, and
They
Raiders
came into
pulled through.
$1.50.
Yeah,
that's because Frenchie had a hit.
People change. No, I didn't. I stayed away.
All right, boys. So on the spot, who needs to pull up their socks this week? Bossy, what do you got?
Broncos.
Yeah. Do we need to go wide? You've already sort of explained it, haven't you?
No. Just their attitude.
They got the Titans, so
They have to win.
They have to. They really have to.
Because they got Origin. Origin's going to stuff them for the next few weeks, so they have to win this game. And it's Reynolds 300th too.
He's only paid 300. Jesus, I would have thought it was more.
The way they're going, I don't think that really matters.
A little sneaky there, Fully.
What's that?
It'll pull your socks up, eh?
Well, you start pulling yours up, otherwise you're out too.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Frosty, whose socks do you need to be pulled up?
Mine's the old Commodore 64 computer the NRL used for the draw. It's a disgrace. Teams playing teams twice again, and we need to schedule NRL Origin by itself so we don't play NRL games and
Yeah, true.
teams having buys, and it's a joke.
Just on that, what the Raiders haven't even had a bye yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the teams have had 2 buys.
Yep.
Like how? And there's a team down the bottom that's had 2 buys and they're only on 8 points. Is that right?
Yes.
Like, wow, is that the West Tigers like 2.0 or what? Actually, as a Tigers fan, I'm licking my lips because we've only had 1 buy. And we're on 12 points. I thought, we're half a chance of making the top 15. But yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's the Commodore 64 or unless the Commodore 64 was made in Canada, because they do say it's something about Canada about the draw. So I don't know what that's all about. So
they shipped it over from the US. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but yeah, it's junk. It's absolute junk. What about the Rook? What do you got?
Who's got to pull their socks up? Frosty and his tipping.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you behind me?
We've been I'm calling you out. We've been trying to get these multis going.
Oh, the multis, yeah, sorry.
And sometimes the there's a leg or two that it's a bit sus, and
no, there's only one.
A lot of yours are
call
a bit
me
sus.
out. Yes, call me out. I kept going. My problem is, Rookie, I kept getting the short straw because you boys all picked before me. So you're picking the Storm, you're picking this one, you're picking that one, and then I've got to try and use my magic dust to try and get the winner. But this week I've changed it altogether. So
I just want you to pull your socks up. Have a little team session with yourself when you sit down. You read the newspaper and all the teams come out.
I don't read a newspaper, but yeah.
I reckon
I use my phone.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you wear socks in your wheelchair or no?
No.
Or only to bed?
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Socks with the slippers don't work.
Wow. What about the slides?
Well, the slides, yeah. I have worn socks with the slides.
Yeah.
But not to bed. And not when I'm on the toilet.
You take photos for us.
We'll put it in the next video. Is that all you got, French?
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry,
that
French.
and Newcastle. They're just junk.
For me this week, it's got to be Gordon Tallis. This guy shits me. He asks a question and always talks over people. His opinion is always right. Never speaks the truth about the Broncos. Always defends Kevy because we're good mates. Always smothers anything over the Titans because it's part of his.
Salty.
He's part of their their club in some way, like some ambassador or some crap.
Yeah, he's got something to do.
Oh, and you just see him on TV shows, and you see him. he'll ask a question, and they try and deliver it, and then he jumps over the top of him. He doesn't let him, and he asks another question while answering the first question. Oh my god, mate! He's
he's probably not watching because he's on TV. Oh no, we're a bit early. Yeah.
well.
Bring back Kenty.
Oh, I like him, but a lot of people didn't. But
Box.
Mm.
the old tree hugger from way back.
Yes.
Yeah. You got an opinion on Gordy? Anyone? No, wouldn't waste your breath.
Yeah.
Nah.
If
he's
you,
a
boss,
bad-
if you say you like him, I'm going to jump through
No,
this
I
screen.
don't. I don't like him.
The worst part for me is we share the same birthday. That's the worst part for me. I used to be a fan, but I can't stand him anymore.
Well, mate, haven't heard that. You need to pull up your fucking socks too. And there's another $1.
Uncle
It's
Bob.
$5.
Mm.
$5. Wow. Another $1 and go to the club for a schooner.
Touch wood, you won't get any from me. I know my mother watches, so.
That's it.
Mm.
She's been a bit quiet on the old comments lately.
She has.
Yeah, right.
When she sees this now, she probably will comment. So,
Unleash.
All right, so we've got Bossy, you want to do we'll do this week's games
Yeah.
quickly, and then because I think Frenchie's got a special segment he wants to roll out.
Whoops.
Oh, it doesn't have to be that special.
Well, it's for the special ones, so
We it is for special people.
If
We
you
do need
guys
to-
are ganging up,
no, we're not
It's
ganging.
all right,
up
Bossy. We
anyone.
stick together.
I know, mate.
I've
The
seen that.
peanuts always do.
I got you, Frosty.
Mm.
I tell you, Frenchie and I aren't ganging up on anyone because I don't get away with anything with this guy. You know, he videos everything. So
I can't get in contact with him to.
Yeah, he doesn't answer his
communicate.
phone, Frenchie.
all
You're
right, boys.
ringing the wrong number.
Round 14, the Knights versus the Seagulls, $2.86 versus $1.43. Let's go, Vossi. Bang.
Ponga's back, sharp to 5'8", Cog at a half. They change their halves again. Brodie Jones starts at prop. Thompson's out for 4 weeks. And for the Eagles, Jake T is back. Tavunga to the bench and Lodge is out. Eagles.
Go the Eagles.
Yeah, wow.
Mm.
You read that fast. Can you
Thanks.
repeat that? Yeah,
Now he's trying to slow it up.
Yeah.
He's slowing down the ruck, this guy.
Slowing the favour ball down.
Hey, you want my tip? It's very hard when Newcastle. I keep talking about them in the background that they can win at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Mm.
They can't. They can't win. They're horrible. Give me the Eagles.
That was last
I'll
week.
take both of them.
Yeah.
Week
Window-
before.
Window lickers who have absolutely no idea how to string a sentence together.
The dribblers.
Hey, you know what, but it is my favourite time of the segment is your tipping, Frenchie,
Yeah.
because you're all over the place.
Mm.
Yeah, well, give me a day and I'll probably take the Knights.
You did take the Knights.
No, I took
The Chiefs not playing anymore.
Ponga's back. He's well rested.
Well, on that note, I'll take the Seagulls. Okay, Friday night, Storm versus Cowboys, $1.20 versus $4.45.
For the Storm, Harry Grant and Coates are back. Garlic to the bench and Filalugo, the winger. Sorry, Fully. To the reserves, Fialongo.
You can feel
All right.
whoever you want as long as you want. I don't care.
And for the Cowboys, they're the same 17 as last week. Storm by plenty.
Ooh.
They'll click.
Storm for me.
What's the weather like in Melbourne?
Have a look on
Sunny
Yap.
periods, chance of rain, cloudy, and a bit of wind.
Ooh.
Hang on, I got Brian Bury on the line.
Where's the wind coming from?
Down south.
I'm going to take the Melbourne Storm, but 1-12, maybe even 1-6. I think it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me, so I'll have to go the old faithful, the Storm.
13 plus.
Next up, we got the Dolphins versus the Dragons. $1.55 versus $2.47.
For the Dolphins, Fido returns, Averillo to the centres, and Fiagi is out to the reserves. And for the Dragons, Alua to start in the second row. Sua is out. That winger guy's in. Tupalalua. Yes, he's definitely
Christian
playing this week.
Tuipulotu.
And Stallone's out. Dragons.
Tough one to pick, but I'm going to go Dolphins.
Interesting one.
That is interesting.
I think it should be $1.90 each, but I don't think it's very it's not like that. I don't think it's an easy one. Give me the Dolphins. I don't know.
Yeah, both these teams are too inconsistent for my liking. So this and that, I'll just take the home team. I'll take the Dolphins, but with absolutely no confidence whatsoever.
Do you think the odds influence you in your tips
No.
when you look at it?
No.
I hadn't even really thought about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
You're just one of the sheep.
Dragons at great price. Dragons at the start all day.
Yep, I think they got one.
You do know
1.5.
that Kyle Flanagan's still playing. Okay.
And Nicarima.
I've laid off him for a while.
So have I, actually.
Yeah.
Next minute. Then we got the Sharks versus the Warriors. $1.49 versus $2.63.
For the Sharks, Mulatalo's out suspended. Katoa returns to replace him. Wilton also returns and Burns goes to 18th man. And for the Warriors, Ford's in for Barnett, who's out for the year. And Kate will move to the centres with Berry out with a hamstring. Sharks. Just. Frenchie.
Yeah. This one's a tricky one for me too. I'll go the Sharks, but not with confidence.
Off the bye.
You like a team off the bye?
He used to until it fell away a couple of weeks ago.
Sort of.
Yeah. Give me the New Zealand Warriors. I like them. I don't like Sharks that much. They're not. It's not an easy one. I don't think it's an easy game.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
For me, the Warriors, they keep winning. The refs keep them in the game.
That's it.
Up the Sharks, they got no state of origin players, no pressure on them whatsoever, full strength other than Mulatalo, and they're so disappointing. So I'll take the Sharks.
And Will Kennedy's there. Dally M.
He wouldn't be even in the top 5 now, would he?
No.
All right, so moving on. We got the old pressure cooker of the coaches here. The Broncos versus the Titans. $1.32 versus $3.41.
For the Broncos, Walsh is in. Arthur's to the wing. Mariner out. Jensen to start at prop. Carrigan to lock. And Hetherington to the bench. For the Titans, Brimson to 18th man. He's just been dropped, surely. They reckon he's there for concussion, but what would be 18th man? Fitzgibbon to the wing. Semi to centres. Jojo Fafita out with a broken hand. Milani will start at hooker, who replaces Verrills, who's out with a broken hand as well. Reynolds 300th. Brisbane have to win this.
Yeah, I don't follow you. I'll go the Broncos, but I don't think they have to win it. But Jesus, toss of the coin again.
They have to. They have to.
They really have to win this.
They have to.
And they will, and it'll be a good score. It's just a perfect spot for them. Yeah. That's it. Fucking plain and simple. Put your dollar in the jar and put your money on Brisbane.
Well, the Broncos, as we all know, are long overdue, and the Titans are too hot and cold. So I'd have to take the Broncos, but as you said, Frosty, with absolutely no confidence whatsoever. So. Next up, we have the Raiders versus the Rabbitohs, $1.49 versus $2.63.
For the Raiders, Papali to start at prop, Hallsborough to lock, Smithies to the bench, and Fogarty's back. For the Bunnies, Whiten and Walker return. Task to the wing. Bentley's out. Sullivan to the bench, and Gray's to the reserves. I like that, Gray. I believe he needs a spot in that side. Raiders at home.
I'm going to say this quietly. I think the Raiders are specials.
Ooh.
But
There's his tip.
going back to Jai Gray, where do you put him in?
Fullback.
Nah.
In Latrell.
Last week when he
Yep.
played winger centre last week, where I'm not sure whether it was winger or centre, he was really good. But unfortunately, when you bring those other players back in, there's no room for him.
I'd definitely have Latrell Mitchell. I have a 5'8" in the centres.
What about
You got
Cody
Cody
Walker?
Walker. He's 5'8".
He's fuck, mate. He'll
Don't
play this
swear.
week. He'll play the first
He
20
did.
minutes, and he'll be out for another 6 weeks.
He's one of the worst players to play the game, but they're going to pick him at 5'8". So that's what I'm saying. Where do you put Jai Gray?
Wow,
Have you
that's
not
a big
seen
call.
Sean Russell play?
Yeah, but he's not a 5'8". But yes.
Uh,
Yeah, I love Jai Gray too, and to me, last week he was just as good again. When he played fullback, great. They bring Latrell back in, and he's playing centre wing, whatever it is, I don't know. But yeah, he broke the line quite a few times. But unfortunately, when you bring players back in, like Whiten especially,
Yeah.
there's no room for him. I'd have him on the bench, but then again, where do you fit him in?
that's why
Where
Wayne's,
South are like bloody
Wayne's
the
the boss.
Roosters, mate. Yeah. He's
So-
going to run out of dust, though. Mm.
It's getting old.
I wish he would, so you don't keep fucking doing that.
It's a new segment. So what? That's 13 plus because they're a special. Is that your tip?
Yeah, but I don't like saying that, remember?
No, where's
Every time I say
dude.
13 plus, it doesn't work out, and I need a multi to get up.
I actually like South this game.
Good.
The
I'm in trouble.
Raiders, maybe their times just, they're probably thinking it might be an easy one. I love Latrell Mitchell.
Don't forget,
And-
talking over this, Papa's 300th, isn't it? So,
Nah, he's played 319.
okay.
He becomes the highest raider.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I knew it was
Yeah.
some record,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, rookie. Yeah, so they've got a win for him, as Vossi would say.
That's
Yeah,
why they're starting him, I reckon.
yeah, that's right. But take South with the start. Give me South.
Thanks, Frenchie.
Well, down at Canberra, Papali becomes the highest raider. I'll take him on that note. Stuff South. The shit me. And on the last game on the Sunday, we've got the Tigers versus the Panthers. The Tigers $3.18 versus $1.36.
For the Tigers, Latu, Fanu returns, as does Skelton. Twile out with concussion. Seafarth to lock. Naden and Staines to the reserves. And for the Panthers, same 17. That should have lost to Para. Panthers, too good.
Yeah, I can't. I've backed Tigers last 2 weekends and has let me down, so I've got to go Panthers.
Interesting. I don't think it's a close one. Panthers can't. You got to bin the Tigers, right? I think they're just a bit disjointed ever since Lachlan Galvin started.
Started
All that
standing
dribble.
behind you.
They've been going horrible. They can't tackle. Yeah.
They're missing
This
Lockie.
way. This way.
Yeah, that way.
They're missing him. And they stink.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the Panthers reluctantly. So there you go. Monday, the Doggies versus the Eels. We've got $1.42 versus $2.88.
The Dogs come off the bye, but the only change from the team before was Carraz's back from a calf injury. And for the Eels, Panasini returns, Semirani to the bench, and Papali's to the reserves. I'm going the Eels. They're playing good footy. And I don't think the Dogs, they've had so much shit go on, they won't click. Para by 13 plus. Frenchie?
Ooh.
that
I like
joke
it.
of the week?
I know. I like it actually.
You watch. Just watch.
We'll be watching. Yeah. Dogs for me. 60,000, $10 tickets again. So
Yeah.
crowd will get behind them.
Yep. Dogs. Minus the start. Minus 8.5.
Wow.
Easy one. Easy one. Don't think
Apparently
about it.
8.5.
Put it on. It's 8.5. That's it. It'll be
Wow.
higher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going the early crow on this one.
Ooh.
I'm taking the dog. And then the Roosters are lucky enough to have the bye. So, Vossi,
Okay.
you want to do Super Coach?
Yep.
Please, now,
so
if you can.
basically now you got to start. You got to start nuffing out your players. So basically, the players that have made you your money, you need to start selling them to bank money. And I got 2 buys this week. Damien Cook, he's playing 80 minutes now, so he's pretty much when that Little comes on, he's going in the lock, so he's getting more points. And what's that Lawson from Dragons, that rugby union player? He played well on the weekend. He's kept his starting spot, so by him, he's 198,000, and he plays the bye rounds. And sell Hosking and Hallsborough. They've made their money, and Hallsborough maybe will play Origin, and Canberra don't play the next bye round. So there you go, guys. Nashi, don't listen. And I've got 15% left on my battery.
He's still waiting for his Super Tubers too, apparently. So, all right, French, you want to do your little? What did you want to do? Your little mystery treat for us?
Mystery quiz. We're calling
It's a
it.
quiz, is it? Wow.
Yes. Mm.
Wow. No notice.
A, B, C, D? Multi?
I've been, I had a few fans get in touch with me and they said, do you reckon these guys actually know anything about footy? I said, no, but they keep talking about it. Right. So I was like, all right, let's see if I can stitch them up. Righto. I'm going to ask you a question. Don't say the answer. I have to tell you this because, you're a bit slow. Don't say the answer. I don't reckon you know it.
We'll just ask it first.
Question 1. Where did Jerome Hughes debut? Which club?
I've got that.
Easy. Yeah.
Really?
Easy.
Yep.
Who? Say it.
You said not to say the answer.
Yeah.
Say it then.
Titans.
Oh,
Cowgirls.
So you thought Cowgirls. He played one game for the Titans and then went to Cowgirls and played one game. Just one game.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. All right. Wow.
There you go.
What about Mitch Barnett? Does anyone know where he started?
Newcastle?
I said don't say the answer, but
You just told us to say the answer.
the funny thing is it's wrong.
Oh, well, there you go.
Bully?
Fully on that is.
I might just go make a cup of tea.
No. Well, I would have said Newcastle, but I'm going to say Roosters.
No.
Panthers?
No. Raiders. 2 games.
Wow.
He's from down that way too. No, is he?
Yeah,
Is it down that way or is up north? Anyway, whatever.
Righto.
He won't be playing that this year anyway. So
No, ACL.
No.
So your fucking fans are right. We don't know anything. So.
Well, you showed a little bit of something.
Hey,
Got
don't
one
give up.
more. Our best mate, Lachlan Hubner.
Wow.
first game NRL.
Yeah, where did he debut?
I'd be very shocked if he's played at another club.
I'd say Dragons.
I'm just asking questions, guys.
Dragons?
Anyone else got an
I'm going to
answer?
say Doggies.
Anyone else got a good answer?
Oh wow, it'd have to be.
It was last year.
It's got to be the Cowboys.
But bow. He debuted at the Dolphins. He played 4 games.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
And I actually think he's getting to be a pretty good, reliable, solid little lock there. So
He is, yeah. Definitely.
that's all I've got for you.
I was going to say, ever since, and I've said it before, ever since you put shit on him at the start of the year, I watched him.
come good.
He actually goes all right. He's
He's
solid.
Yeah, I didn't rate him, but I watched
He's a bit
him
of
again
a
last
hidden
week.
gem.
Well,
Yeah, keep an eye
I
on
couldn't
him.
rate him because I didn't know him.
Well, I didn't know him before I badmouthed him.
No. He didn't really play that good up at the Dolphins for memory either.
So, okay, so that concludes the round. You got 1 from 3. So,
Bit
where
like
does that
Frosty's
rate?
tipping.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Good effort, guys. I'm happy.
Speaking of tipping, French, have you got the old tipsters?
Yeah, I got the tipsters. Guess who's on top? That's my next
Don't
question.
say Toby.
No, well, he's close. Paddy Wax on top. Toby's Tips is back in second. Great Northerner, the Belly Surfer, had a good round, and he's on 4th place. And
He dropped
Amelia,
to 7th the other week. He's come back. Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Amelia.
got swabbed. That's
do we know
why.
her? Do we know her or him? Amelia?
Who's that?
Amelia.
No, I don't.
No,
Well,
no.
in the top 5,
Oh, that's good.
better than Mars.
Yeah.
All of our scores put together will not make the top 5.
I had a good round last week.
Didn't check. You want the top 5? We can't go down to the top 17.
I was going to say I'll be happy with the top 17.
Me too.
All right, so we'll move on to so just recapping last week's take the 2 multis. Hand up if you failed. Did we only get 1 wrong?
Just 1 wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It's always
It's a big
me.
one.
And who did you pick again? I can't remember.
I don't want to swear. No, I remember the Broncos. I was going to swear. I don't want to put any money in that jar.
I reckon you've already slipped one tonight.
No.
Yeah,
Go back and have a look.
Uncle Bob will get the old
He will.
match committee review.
Uncle Bob.
That's
All
it.
good.
Can we
It's gonna-
go through Uncle Bob's
history.
podcast and let's see what he swore first?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's a big fence sitter. He's a bit like Frosty. Sits on the fence.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't have splinters.
You'd call him up. You say, "Who do you like for this game?" "Oh, I like both teams." "Oh, okay, great." Anyway,
He'll pick the Doggies every week now because he's a Lachlan Galvin fan.
Yeah.
yeah, he wants to put him at lock. He actually wants to put him at lock. So
Put Lockie at lock, eh?
lock
No.
Lockie at lock.
That's the talk.
Wow, there you go. Excellent. There's a tip for you.
Mm.
All right, so we'll move on to this week's multis. Who you got, Vossi?
Sharks.
Frosty?
Raiders.
Frenchie?
Can't remember.
Oops.
Pass.
I like the Bulldogs.
Doggies.
Mm.
And I've got the Panthers. Did we did we end up getting any?
Yeah, I'm just calculating now. $4.
So we didn't work
$9.
it out.
Oh,
$9. $6.11.
Is it?
close enough.
Ooh. Juicy.
I have no idea. All right, boys. This week's it's time for this week's joke of the week. So
Jokes of the week.
open in the batting, we have Mr. Frost.
So I got given one again, or sent one again this week, so I'm doing 2. The other day, my mates asked his girlfriend. Sorry, I'll balls it up here. No good.
There's some
The
window
other
licking
day-
armchair critics who can't string a sentence.
Bossy,
together.
you've killed me. The other day, my mate's friend's girlfriend asked him to pass the lipstick, but he accidentally passed the glue stick. She still isn't talking to him. Yes. I balls that one up. That was terrible. Anyway,
That's good.
my one was, I was told never to date a tennis player. Love means nothing to them.
There you go, eh?
Mm.
So I reckon you shouldn't say if you're doing 2 jokes a week, one from that's been
Well,
passed on. to
I
another.
shouldn't get sent them, but I do.
No, but if you
Yeah.
do and you're reading 2 out, we need
Yes.
to guess whose is yours and whose is.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Right.
yeah, good idea. Yep, I like
So-
it. Keep
Just-
sending them in. Yep.
This gives Frenchie something to do because he doesn't really do much.
I'm not very good at it.
I wasn't either.
Not
We
very
used
good
to
at
leave it to
reading.
Vossi. Yeah.
Here he goes with his little corny joke. Go on, French.
I'm a bit lexic disc. I'm actually reading a book about anti-gravity. Yeah, I can't put it down.
Why did the Dalmate? Oh, sorry. Here we go again.
It's contagious, this bloody.
Yeah, I know. What did the Dalmatian say after lunch?
Wait,
That hit the spot.
Boom, boom.
all right. There was a guy, every time he went to smoko, he smoked 2 cigarettes. So the next smoko came, I went outside and I said, why you smoke 2 cigarettes? He said, every time I have a smoke now, I have one for my brother who's in prison. So 2 weeks later, I went out, he was only smoking 1 cigarette. And I said, so is your brother out of prison? He goes, no, I quit.
That's like an Irish joke, isn't it?
I like that one.
Maybe.
It was pretty good.
One of your best.
Yeah.
I've got 8% left.
Oh, that's plenty.
Time is beautifully.
I think the swear jar should go to Vossi and some technology, maybe a new phone, maybe a battery bank, maybe pay his power bill. That'd be good.
Is that
A
extra
multi
house?
will do. A multi.
Oh,
Well,
we'll
what doesn't
try.
he just refinance on one of his properties?
6.
All right, boys, time for we got the just a reminder about the socials, French. You got the phone, you haven't got the phone number in front of you, have you?
Don't even know where my phone is.
0487 658 696. And I'll quickly do, before you do the socials, I'll do a little update on the Greyhounds. We're now up to 12 in the syndicate. There's a few people asking for a bit more information. So basically what will happen, we all 12 of us put in $10 each a week. We'll build up a bit of a bank. Then we'll go window shopping and buy potentially a pup. Send it to one of Vossi's mates who knows a trainer from down south. So, as I said, we'll get some money together, buy a pup, and then we'll just keep throwing in $10 each, build up the bank, and hopefully get to the track one day. There's no limits on how many people, so the invitation's still open for people that want to buy in and have a little bit of fun and a bit of a laugh with us. So,
Is Daz and Lee in?
I don't know. I see them
Get
this
them
week,
in.
so I might ask.
Yep.
I'm
They
sure
better watch this. They should know.
I'm sure they see another. They need another pet. So French, how's the socials going?
Good. What do you want from me?
Anything. You used to be good with a social plug, and now you're drifting away. You're drifting away. You're sitting on the fence with it.
If you want to get
Facebook,
on TikTok
YouTube,
and watch
TikTok,
Jackson
WhatsApp.
Hastings, he's good at getting on TikTok. It's not good content, but he's on it. Jack Bostock's he's doing his chicken recipes. They're pretty good. That's all I've got from TikTok. Yeah, jump on the page. Nothing gets done when I don't do it. So yeah. You'll notice when I'm busy.
Oh yes, we get flooded.
I'm gonna put some more stuff on YouTube probably. Oh no. Yeah, watch out for another video. AGM part 2 is in the works. If you liked it, click the like button, subscribe. That's it. That's all I got.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
Tell everyone.
Oh, comment. Yeah, comment.
And definitely phone that number.
Yeah, and send us some memes or something. I don't know.
What was that number again, French?
It's in the middle.
Yes, Sarah. Very good. 0487 658 696. Call me. A good time.
Anytime.
All right, boys. That's another week. Take the 2, done and dusted, directly straight out of our Dungeon of Dribble. We hope you have enjoyed your brain-numbing experience. Good luck with your tipping this week. Hopefully your teams get flogged. If you're ever in doubt, boys, take the 2.
There you go.
Good night.
See you, boys.
Get a haircut.
Good night.